Man, what's up, y'all? Man, I had to click on this. Flacco tripping right here. Say, what it say? TikTok pastor career is over after doing this on live TV. Whatever he talking about, I just heard a little bit. I think he's trying to get the congregation to donate $40,000 for some reason. I cut it off, so we gonna see it together. Let's go. It was funny what he said.
It's lit right now on social media, bruh. Everybody is in an uproar. And public enemy number one is Pastor Marvin Sapp. People on social media are literally telling this man, when I see you, brother, is up. One person says Marvin Sapp is clearly hustling his congregation for $40,000 and using God's name for it. If you scroll down, you will say some churches are cults. I would have beat Marvin Sapp's big and hide the Bible if God watching. Shout out to K Dot. Marvin Sapp, if you're watching online, I need you to give $20. People are really upset, and Marvin Sapp's preaching career is basically over because of this particular clip that surfaced. Now, the clip that surfaced is an example of prosperity preaching to the max. Marvin Sapp was asking his congregation to donate $40,000 to a particular cause. Now, like raising money in churches isn't really unusual, but it's the methods that Marvin Sapp took that a lot of people had a problem with.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
What?
Close the doors. Close the doors.
He starts off by closing lock the...
Hold on. Is he literally locking them in? Nah, heck nah. Man, what? That's kidnapping, ain't it? No, is it? It could it? I don't know.
Door. And now everybody in the congregation is like, ha 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 ha. Said, no, close and lock the door. Like, what? Close and lock the door. And he wants to close and lock the door so nobody can leave until they raise their $40,000 that they're wanting to raise. Kidnapping 1,000 people in the name of Jesus is absolutely absurd.
We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws.
This is crazy.
I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more.
I'm still tripping on lock the door part.
Asking for a donation is one thing, bruh. Holding the church hostage, not wanting to end service until you get the 20,000 from the people in person is kind of crazy, bruh. And apparently church got sections now, right? Because, so he asked for $20 and then turned to the people behind him and said, hey, because y'all sitting up here, I need $100 from y'all, bruh.
That's wild.
Yo, it comes across as like very greedy and money thirsty.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
Why do it cost to sit anywhere in the house of God? What if this person got up today, came to church, and they have nothing in their account? They have $0.
Crazy.
And they're just coming to worship and serve God. But now they're being forced to give $100. And if they don't give $100, they're now treated like freaking pariahs because they can't afford it. Bro, in this economy, not everybody have $100 just to give. And the fact that you're placing that burden, that financial burden on them because they decided to sit somewhere in church is crazy, bro. There should not be a tax for sitting somewhere in the house of God.
Let's see. So put your 20.
Look at him. He literally going in his wallet. Everybody literally reaching for money. This is illegal. You can't do that. Like, they gotta want to give you the money. You just can't tell, oh, you gotta give. It costs to sit up here. Everybody up here gotta give me $100. What? What the heck kind of what you need $40,000? It gotta be for yourself. It gotta be for something, a car, a house, or something, down payment. I don't know, but this is ridiculous. I see why they about to cancel him. It's probably about to be over for him. This is wild.
20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come.
This is not church, because where is the preaching at? He's asking for money. I ain't hear him preach about nothing. Maybe it's doing before the cut on part, but I doubt it, because look at his face. He looking like, man, I need this money. Forget preaching today. I need the money. I ain't preaching about nothing until I get the money. I'll preach after I get the money. This is crazy. This is wild.
Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Oh, and he gonna pull out his money. Bro, it don't matter. The money going to you anyway, so you playing it good. You playing.
Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise 40,000.
This is why. Well, is why I don't go to church. It's like, this is crazy. You supposed to give 10%, they say, of your earnings if you want to. He's making these people. He locked the door. This is crazy. I don't get this.
$1,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it.
This is just an extension of the culture of materialism in today's house of worship. If you don't have the membership to upkeep the building, if you don't have the membership to sustain the huge building you currently have, then you should downsize. Downsize to a size that your members are able to upkeep and sustain. But holding people hostage because you don't have the resources to do what you want to do, hey man, it's crazy, right? And and who's to say that 40,000 ain't gonna go to him and his personal project?
That's
right?
what I just said.
Yo, this here reminds me of something very similar. It reminds me of this particular pastor. I believe it's like Keon Henderson, where he did a ceremony where he's telling people donating and helping the homeless doesn't bring you blessing. And you know what brings you blessing? Giving your money to him.
Here's the other problem with the church is that anytime a person is in need, y'all go to running and dropping money. But let me tell you something, the poor will be with you always. And there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor other than getting back what you gave to them, but no multiplication.
What?
Multiplication is segregated for tithes and offering. When you give to the poor, the only thing you do is help them, but you don't help yourself. So when you give $1 to somebody on the street talking about I did my job, God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you. Bible.
Hold on, ain't that Shaq's wife, Shawnee? That's Shaq's wife, right? What the heck? Why? What? They together? Ain't that's Shaq's wife, right? I know I ain't tripping. Wow. Are they together? Let me know in the comments.
Charity does not bring wealth. What?
Wow.
Only the tithe does that. Matter of fact, you don't believe me? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna preach on it.
Yeah, he tripping. This wild.
Bro, this is what's wrong with this world, bro. This man said with a straight face, helping out the unfortunate, giving to people who are in need, that's not gonna make you blessed, right? That's not gonna multiply your blessings. You know what's gonna multiply your blessings? Giving me your money. right? Giving tithes and offerings to the men of God, that's gonna multiply your blessings, sir. Yo, the man really said,
Dang.
God is looking at you with like a scrunched up face, like, how dare you give your money to the poor and not to me? Fred, that's not, again, I've never met God in person. I would imagine that's not
Exactly.
the personality of God, right?
Yeah.
If God is who I've been told he is, I don't think God is crunching up his face in a jealous fit of rage that, you know, his congregation and you know, his followers is giving money to the less fortunate, you know, and not giving him all of their money, all right? Now, this dude will preach something like this about how you should give him your money and not the poor, and then follow up with a fundraising project for $4 million. All right, so instead of giving your money to the homeless man who needs to eat today, give your money to him so he can build a $4 million project.
God gave me a vision, and he said we can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. It was what God had given me. What I forgot to do, that I'm going to do right now, is remind myself that everybody doesn't have $2,100. And the Lord convicted me on that, and I went back and I prayed about it, and I want to apologize for not offering an opportunity for people who don't have it like that. Everybody doesn't have $2,100. The Lord said, but somebody has $21.
Hold up now, let me get this straight, bruh. So you said God gave you a vision, and God told you that 2,100 people is gonna give $2,100 in 21 days.
Let me guess. $21, but 21,000 people. It gotta be. I don't know the math. I'm just making it up. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But I had to pause and see. Let's see what he's talking about.
And then you follow that up with, I went back to God and I preached. God told me not everybody gonna have $2,100. $21 will take, sir. Like, aren't y'all the poor and needy? Like, if there's no blessings coming from giving to the poor and needy, then aren't you the poor and needy? Aren't y'all the ones who are always asking for money? So then I'm getting no blessing by giving to you because you're oh,
Yeah.
that's the bum on the street, bro. Y'all always asking me for money.
Yeah.
All right, yo, things like this, man, it's absurd, yo. These mega churches do not represent the overall majority of churches in America. So I just want to make that clear because I feel like these mega churches will give regular churches a bad name that's filled with people just trying.
All right, man. There we have it, man. We're going to get on through because I know it's some more. Probably about 10 minutes left, but I just wanted to check that first part out because now it's on to a second pastor. So we got the first one out the way, which both of them are wrong. I don't get that. This is why I do not do that. The 10% stuff, no, I'm not doing that. Because if they doing this right here, just imagine what they're doing with your money. Like, come on, bro. And then they riding in Rolls Royces and stuff. They had a show on TV a long time ago with all pastors. They riding clean mansions and all kind of stuff. Like, man, and the congregation sitting there poor, broke, all kind of stuff. They ain't giving back. Why y'all don't break that money down and give back to the people that need their rent paid, or bills paid, or light bills, or all water bills, all that stuff paid? They don't do that. They put it in their pocket, and they ain't gonna be good, full stomach, riding clean, nice house, hot water, heat, cool. I mean AC when it's hot. Oh man, that's crazy, man. You ain't get my money. I'm sorry, but I appreciate that, Poetic Flacco. Don't flag me. I always say this in the videos. Do not flag me. I just come to laugh and trip out on y'all videos. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.